Law enforcement fights crime in our neighborhoods. The eyes and ears of the community can prove vital in these efforts. Stay vigilant. Your tip could crack the next case. This is a KLFY Plus exclusive. Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome to this week's edition of Acadiana Crimestoppers, a show which partners law enforcement and community to help solve and prevent crime on our streets. In this episode, we will cover the crime of the week parish by parish. We will also talk Lafayette Parish's Most Wanted with Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas, and we'll have a discussion with Crowley Police Chief Troy Hebert to find out how his department is tackling crime in Crowley. It was captured on video. Now authorities in Acadia Parish need your help finding a suspect connected to a motor vehicle theft in Branch. Here's Sheriff KP Gibson with the crime of the week.
Detectives with the Acadia Parish Sheriff's Office are investigating the theft of a motor vehicle from the 3700 block of Cold Gully Road in the Branch community. This theft occurred on October 5th, 2025 at approximately 5:45 a.m. The suspect was captured on video surveillance being dropped off by a vehicle immediately before stealing a pickup and an attached cargo trailer. The stolen vehicle is described as a 2012 Ford F-250 silver in color. The trailer is a white double-axle cargo trailer. If you have information regarding this theft, you're urged to call the tip sign 789-TIPS or download our P3 app on your mobile device to report your tip. All callers will remain anonymous and can receive up to a $1,000 cash reward for information leading to the arrest in this case. Be the difference. For Crimestoppers of Acadia Parish, I'm Sheriff KP Gibson.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crimestoppers at 789-TIPS. You could earn up to a $1,000 cash reward.
Authorities in St. Martin Parish need your help capturing a suspect accused of taking a purse at a local restaurant. It happened at 3 in the afternoon on February 12th. According to authorities, the victim left her purse on a chair at a fast food restaurant in the 1800 block of Ree Street. Police say a woman and a man were seated at a nearby table when the victim left the restaurant. Shortly after, the duo were seen moving to the table where the victim left her purse. Investigators say the female suspect placed the victim's purse inside her purse and left the restaurant. If you have any information on the identity of the two individuals, contact St. Martin Crimestoppers at 441-3030 or use the free P3 Tips app. In Lafayette, authorities need your help finding suspects wanted for theft of food. The theft happened October 5th. According to authorities, the suspects entered the store and stole multiple packages of food items. If you know their identities, call Lafayette Crimestoppers at 232-TIPS or download the P3 Tips mobile app. It's time for Lafayette's Most Wanted segment, and like always, we have City Marshal Reggie Thomas with us to tell us about some of the people that your team is looking for this week. So it's nice having you back.
Thank you so much for having me. I will tell you that I love coming to this show because this show really helps not only me, but my agency out and the community out, because we're doing some wonderful things, and I can tell you that when we're showing these pictures, we're getting calls.
Yeah, and everyone loves Lafayette's Most Wanted. It's one of our most popular shows on our KLFY Plus app, and I'm really proud of that because I love working with you and law enforcement to try to help you guys and make the streets safer. So I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you being here.
And thank you so much for having me.
All right, so with that being said, let's go into our first person here. That's Gina Michelle DeHart. OWI first offense committed in Lafayette and failure to appear for arraignment. So we see a pattern here. It's her first offense, OWI, but she didn't show up to court, and that's a problem.
Yes, and time again, I come on a show and people are not showing up for court. If you don't show up for court, this is what happens. You know, this is her first offense. We want to make it her last offense. So you have to come in front of the judge. So I will tell you that many people probably looking right now and know who she is. You know, she's a local person. So we ask you to contact us, and first offense, we want to make it her last offense. So contact either my office or contact the court and let them know that, hey, I'm ready to turn myself in.
All right, our second person, Anthony Brock Doucette, OWI first offense. extensive drug arrest history, extensive violent arrest history. So yes, OWI first offense, but it's one thing when you have a longer rap sheet. You definitely have more of a priority, or you become more of a priority for capture when you have that long of a rap sheet.
You know, we see this all the time. A lot of times, you know, people say OWI first, you know, is what, you know, why are they putting people up? Well, I will tell you this. First of all, OWI first, you're driving while you're intoxicated. I always say everybody have a friend, a family member, or someone that they know was involved in a serious accident. Some people were killed because somebody was drunk driving. So we have to get these people off the road. Then we look at extensive drug records. You know, sometimes what goes along with the OWIs is drugs. You know, we want to get you off the street. This is somebody that's been involved with the law before, somebody who we have issues with. So if you know who this is, contact my office. If not, I always say, I ask you, Anthony, contact us and let us know and say, look, I'm gonna turn myself in. And you know, we'll be willing, we'll come pick you up, or you can come to the office.
Yeah, and it's really a good point. We don't put people on this show that, okay, they got an OWI, they went to court, they paid the fine or whatever punishment the judge gives, and they were done with it. We put people on this show that had a court date and just decided not to show up.
Exactly, and basically, you know, that's disrespect not only to the court, but that's disrespect to the officer who made the arrest. You know, you're not taking care of your business. So now we have to go another step. Yeah. You know, court is one step, and you come to court and you get rid of your record. But when you don't come to court, then now we have to also send some officer out to find you. But we ask the community, give us a call, and we'll locate you and we'll put him behind bars.
All right, our third person here, Tyler Nelson Joseph Mouton, domestic abuse battery, first offense committed in Lafayette, failure to appear for arraignment. So another domestic abuse case.
Yes, domestic violence. We talk about that all the time. My domestic abuse cases that I bring on here, I tell you all the time, once we put you up, then not even a day, 2 days later, you're under arrest. So do me a favor. If you see your picture up here, contact us, because this is somebody's neighbors. This is somebody who lives right next door to this guy, or see this guy going to the store every day. And you didn't come to court. You committed a domestic offense. We will pick you up. I'm very serious about domestic violence.
Well, the reason why it's so bad is because the one place you should feel safe is in your home.
Yes.
And it has to be a horrible life when you don't feel safe in your own home.
Yes,
and that's what's so bad about it.
Yeah, you get arrested for domestic abuse and you don't come to court. That shows that you're not respecting the court. And that shows that you might still be in that same house. We have to protect the person that was abused also. So this is why it's so important to me, because it's not only not going to court, but I'm also concerned about the person that you abuse. So we have to get that person locked up. And I think Acadiana, we get calls constantly. I think we do such an excellent job of getting people arrested in reference to domestic violence.
Exactly. And here's our last person for this week. Lexus Unique Ruffin, domestic abuse battery first offense, committed the offense in Lafayette and failure to appear for arraignment.
And again, same thing, domestic violence. I always tell you, I make guarantees that I guarantee you these two people within a week will be arrested. Yes. Because these are local people. These are people that's probably still living in the same neighborhoods and is known in this area. So the person that was abused wants you off the street. You didn't appear in court, so that tells us you're not taking it seriously. I do take it seriously. I do want you arrested, and I will arrest you. So I will tell you, contact our agency, contact the marshal's office, and just turn yourself in, and then we'll deal with that issue from there.
Yep, and they probably will be one of the people on this next graphic that we have captured. This is Kelsha Rachel August. So you guys were looking for her. She appeared on our show a couple of weeks ago, and she's been captured.
Yes, she's been captured, and this is what happens. We show the picture, and we're contacted, you know, and it's anonymous. We're not asking anybody, give your name, give this information. We want these people off the street. And what happens is when you contact us, we go out and we get these people off the street. We want Acadiana to be safe. So OWIs, driving while intoxicated, people are getting killed. People are getting seriously injured. We want you off the street. Abusing, domestic violence, abuse, we got to think about the victims. When you think about the victims, we want those victims to be safe. So if you commit a domestic violence, we're going to catch up with you, and you're going to be behind bars. So I just want to thank everybody that's been calling, and I want to ask people to continue to call, because, you know, without Acadiana, without the community, we could not do this.
Yeah, we definitely need the public.
Yes, we do.
Thank you so much, Marshal Reggie Thomas. Thank you for being with us once again on Acadiana Crimestoppers.
And thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Law enforcement in Acadiana is getting an upgrade as Acadiana Crime Lab opens its doors to a new 40,000 square foot facility. Officials say this new state-of-the-art facility will aid 8 different parishes within Acadiana by allowing for more efficient evidence evaluations within the scientific aspects of investigations. The building includes new equipment, more space in lab rooms, wider evidence-filling systems, and a new firearms lab.
We've also, now that we have a better workflow, when we're meeting with these crime lab experts, they're working to design a better workflow to conduct our analysis, to produce a better product, a better workflow, more efficient, to do a better job for the people we serve.
The building is named after the late District Attorney Bo Dewey, the original mastermind behind the idea of the new facility. St. Landry Parish Crimestoppers is teaming up with the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries to help stop littering in the parish. More on their efforts in this week's St. Landry Parish Crimestoppers report.
You're watching St. Landry Crimestoppers.
Hello, everyone. I'm Major Mark LeBlanc with the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office. And with me today is Corporal Michael Blanchard with the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. We would like to speak to you today on something of great importance to everyone in our great state.
The issue at hand is littering. Whether small objects thrown or blown out of moving vehicles, or the senseless dumping of bags of trash in our wilderness, waterways, and roadsides, is a huge problem that can be stopped very easily. It can end by you taking the next step within the community of being responsible and reporting littering when you see it and where it happens. The Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries has enacted surveillance and enforcement methods throughout our great state, but we still need your help. Anyone can contact the LDWF Anti-Litter Hotline at 855-LA-LITTER.
The St. Landry Crimestoppers Board has approved the award of cash for tips that lead to enforcement action, either through citation or arrests. You can call 948-TIPS or download our P3 app and tap the app to submit your anonymous tips. On behalf of the St. Landry Crimestoppers Board, Corporal Blanchard with the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office, and Sheriff Bobby J. Guitros. Remember, stow it, don't throw it.
If you have any information on this crime, call Crimestoppers at 948-TIPS. You could earn up to a $2,500 cash reward.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome back to Acadiana Crimestoppers. So we have a new guest on Crimestoppers this week, Crowley Police Chief Troy Hebert. It's your first time being on Acadiana Crimestoppers. We appreciate you being here.
Oh, good. Glad to be here.
And I love to hear about what's going on from Crowley because I'm pretty vocal about this. I'm from Crowley myself, so I'm very familiar with all the areas you talk about and things like that. You were saying off camera, things are dropping across the board. Crime has dropped, traffic accidents have dropped. So just kind of talk about that and why you think that's happening.
Yeah, there's a number of reasons why. You know, one of the main ones is when I got in office, we were very short-handed, and our council stepped up and gave our guys a big pay raise that was equal to the other cities around, and that really helped. And what we did to combat that shortage was we utilize a traffic detail where they come in on their days off and they work traffic. And what we noticed was as they were, working traffic, different things, speeding, stop signs, different things, anything involving motor vehicle and stuff, we noticed that our accidents started to decline. And we dropped it 30%. Normally we were averaging about 500 wrecks a year, and we brought it down to like 340 something. So
yeah,
a little over 150 per year. So that's truly good.
Yep.
And what we also noticed was just with the increase in police officers riding around in different areas and stuff working that it also caused all the other numbers to drop. When you see a huge amount of officers riding all over the city, our burglaries started dropping.
Yeah, you said burglaries have really dropped impressively from year to year.
Yeah, so my first year in, we reduced that number to 16 per month. And then my second year, we reduced it to 6 per month. So that's really amazing.
That's more than a 50% drop.
You know, in July alone, we had 2 burglaries in the whole month of July. And in my 33-year career there, we never had anything even close to that.
Yes.
So
basically, you guys just got more manpower, and one thing you focused on is traffic enforcement. And you said, you know, sometimes people don't like traffic enforcement, but you have to change driver behavior.
Correct.
And you said you've done that.
Yes, and you know, there was a few things that you know, we were working radar, and we had some radars go down, so we sent them to get repaired, and it's a several-month turnaround. So the guys started focusing in on stop sign violations and stuff like that, these rolling stops and what have you. And what we noticed was when the public found out that they were working stop signs and rolling stops, they all started stopping, because it's when we started working, I started looking and noticing we went from like 40 a month to 20 a month. You know, so it dropped 50%.
And that's accidents.
Yes.
So the number of accidents have dropped 50%. And you told me something I didn't know. You said that sometimes if you look both ways, but you make a rolling stop, that car is still in that blind spot and you can't see.
So every car has your 2 blind spots on your left and your right where it makes the turn. And if you just slow down and you look both ways real quick and it's clear, you pull out and you never seen that car. And a lot of them will tell you that. Man, I looked both ways, never seen the car, don't know where it come from.
But it's because they made a rolling stop.
More than
You're
likely,
saying that if they made a complete stop, that car would come out of their blind spot.
And that's why we, when we started working it, people started stopping.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know it's working. Everybody's telling me, man, I'll stop now, you know.
Yeah.
And so, and that's all we wanted to do. You know, we just wanted to change driver behavior. Years ago, we would average about, you know, 350 accidents a year, and then we went to 500, and we lost population. So you got to ask yourself, why did that number increase when you have less people on the road?
Yeah.
Well, and that was the answer. It was, you know, lack of enforcement. And when you're short-handed, you don't have time to enforce the laws. So this helped all the way around our city. And you're seeing the results of that now. I mean, we've been able to drop a lot of crime. You know, there's still some things that we need to improve on, especially like thefts. And, you know, that's been a big concern of mine. In the future, I'm really wanting to bring our jail back because it's needed. You know, there's so many people that have committed crimes that jails are filling up. And with me getting the jail back, we can eventually, you know, start housing these misdemeanor violations, these thefts. If somebody steals something out of your yard and stuff, you know, to where they can have consequences. Because, you know, right now, if they just given a ticket and pay a little fine, it's not really much of a.
And you guys have, you said y'all have switched from being reactive to proactive. Now, I know you don't want to disclose everything, you know, all the tools you guys have in your toolbox, but you did say there's a patchwork of cameras now across town.
Yeah, so
those are helping you guys
yes,
with crime.
I've been installing crime cameras throughout the city, and that's had a major impact also on us being able to solve some of these crimes, along with our citizens coming forward. You know, you know, it's kind of like a person standing there at the intersection looking all 4 ways and never forgetting what it sees. So it's really been a great asset, and I am looking forward to putting them, you know, all over Crowley. Yeah. That's one of the goals, is to really increase that, because it's really helping us solve a lot of crime.
Yeah, and the numbers show it. Now, the final topic I would like to discuss, Rice Festival
Yes.
It's coming up. It's actually starting tonight, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all looking good. They're on top of things, getting it all prepared, and our guys are definitely prepared. We called in a lot of extra resource. We almost probably tripled our resource, especially on the perimeter of the Rice Festival. Crowley's an old city. It's got a lot of trees, not that well lit up. We have a company, Jaguar. They stepped up and brought in some light towers, and they put them all around the perimeter along, also in the fairgrounds. So that's going to help light things up. We have the sheriff's office, Acadiana Parish Sheriff. He's going to help patrol the perimeter of the fairgrounds, and Vermilion's also coming in. They're going to help out. They're going to patrol with the Acadiana Parish Sheriff and help patrol the perimeter, which, we want everybody to be safe coming to and from. And we also called in some other cities to help on the inside. So we're looking good. We put a bunch of barriers out that we hadn't had before. So and there's some other things we've done too, bringing in drones and stuff, so we're looking forward for a good, safe weekend. We encourage everybody to come out and have a great time.
Yep. So, Chief, I'll leave you with this. What is something that you would want to tell the citizens of Crowley?
Y'all please come out and have a great time. We're looking forward to seeing y'all there. Please bring your kids. If they come by an officer, have them stop and introduce themselves. We'd love to meet them.
And proactive policing has returned to Crowley.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here, Chief.
Oh, no, glad to be here.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.
This is a KLFY Plus exclusive, Acadiana Crimestoppers.
Welcome back. Our partnership with law enforcement continues next week. Join us as we show you more wanted fugitives throughout Acadiana. Lafayette City Marshal Reggie Thomas will be with us once again. We'll see what other suspects he is looking for. We appreciate you tuning in to Acadiana Crimestoppers exclusively on KLFY+. We will be back next week detailing the latest crimes to be solved and perps to be brought to justice.